Attention passionate San Francisco 49ers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on San Francisco 49ers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true San Francisco 49ers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and San Francisco 49ers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. I have to tell you, the NFL landscape is shaking right now, and the San Francisco 49ers are at the center of this earthquake. The NFL trade deadline always brings surprises, but this one is seismic. Rumors have been swirling, but now we have confirmation from Adam Schefter's sources. An incredible blockbuster deal that could redefine the NFC West and the 49ers' chances of returning to the Super Bowl with a vengeance. And no, I'm not talking about just any player. This is about Maxx Crosby, the Raiders' ferocious pass rusher, heading straight to Santa Clara. Imagine that for a moment, Maxx Crosby, a player who's been a nightmare for quarterbacks, joining the 49ers' defense, which already boasts a top-tier unit. This move, it's not just a splash, it's a tidal wave. The Raiders, currently sitting at 2-4, are in a rebuild mode, and they're making bold decisions. They're trading Crosby, a player who's been a cornerstone of their defense, for future draft picks, specifically a first-rounder in 2026, along with D. Yetter Grossmatos. The Raiders are focusing on rebuilding their line, and Crosby's departure is a clear signal. They're looking to cut costs and invest in the future, even if it means leaving a gaping hole in their pass rush. But why would the Raiders do that? Well, their defense has struggled mightily, especially when it comes to pressuring quarterbacks. They've allowed a staggering 30 sacks in just 6 games, and their overall defensive efficiency has taken a nosedive. The team's cap situation is tight too, with only about $12 million in free space, so making this move makes sense from a financial perspective. Yet for the 49ers, this is a game changer. Since losing Nick Bosa to an ACL tear and being out for the season, their pass rush has taken a hit. With Bosa out, the 49ers have been searching for ways to keep their defense formidable, and adding Crosby, that's like unleashing a tsunami on opposing quarterbacks. Now, let's focus on Crosby himself. Drafted in 2019 out of Eastern Michigan, this guy has blossomed into one of the league's top edge rushers. He's an All-Pro, a Defensive Player of the Year candidate, and he's been consistently dominant. In 2025, he posted 22 solo tackles, ranking 20th among edge defenders, and racked up 5 sacks, putting him in the top 6. He also forced 2 fumbles and has an EPA per snap of plus 0.21, elite stuff. His PFF grade last season hit an impressive 91.3, ranking him 3rd overall among edge rushers. And his rush rate, about 17%, ranking him in the top 8, which means he's constantly applying pressure without overcommitting. If you look at his career stats, Crosby has amassed 70 sacks and 95 tackles for loss. His bend arc win percentage is around 68%, and he's highly effective against the run, with a negative EPA of minus 0.15. His injury history is relatively clean, with only a minor ankle injury in 2025 that cost him a single game. His explosiveness reminds many analysts of Khalil Mack at his peak, bursting off the line with a 4.3-second 40-yard dash, and his effect on the quarterback's QBR pressure. A plus 14 boost in his career, that's how impactful he's been over the years. Now, think about what this means for the Raiders. They're currently not a playoff lock, odds are stacked against them, with over plus 10.0 to make the AFC West playoffs, and they're clearly in a rebuild mode. Trading Crosby now. It's a sign they're pivoting towards youth, looking to build for the future. But that comes with risks. The pass rush for the Raiders could drop by 18%, which is a big deal. We've seen this kind of decline with teams like the Giants after trading away Burns. They tend to struggle defensively, often tanking to rebuild. The Raiders' defense, which already allows about 29 points per game, could get even worse. So it's a gamble, but one they're willing to take. Now shifting gears to the 49ers. This move is a huge statement. Adding Crosby to their already potent front 7, that's a game changer. Since losing Bosa, they've been looking for ways to keep their pass rush elite. With Leonard Floyd already in the mix, This addition could push the 49ers' sack total from 15 to potentially 30 or more by the end of the season. Imagine the pressure on opposing quarterbacks. Crosby's presence, combined with Floyd and other pass rushers, could turn the 49ers into one of the most feared defenses in the league once again. His ability to generate pressure, averaging +1.8 pressures per game versus Floyd, will complement Floyd's +22% double-team absorption rate, freeing up others to make plays. And don't forget the impact of Hargrave, who's already contributed 5 sacks in 2025. With Crosby, Floyd, and Hargrave working together, the 49ers are poised to become even more ferocious. Their goal: top the league in sacks, which could jump from 15 to over 30, making their defense nearly impossible to handle. This will allow them to reduce points allowed to just 14 per game, a number that would make their defense almost unbeatable. It's especially critical when you consider their upcoming schedule, including games against teams like the Patriots, led by Mac Jones. The Patriots are not exactly a juggernaut on offense, but with Crosby pressuring, even a quarterback like Jones could struggle to get anything going. Now, with this move, the Super Bowl odds are reflecting the optimism around Santa Clara. From +600, the odds have plummeted to +300, and in the NFC, they're now considered favorites at +100. That's a significant shift, an acknowledgement that the 49ers are positioning themselves not just as contenders, but as favorites to bring home that trophy again. Crosby's presence, especially in the playoffs, could be the X factor that elevates their defense to a whole new level. His rushes in the postseason, especially against mobile quarterbacks like Jalen Hurts, will be critical. His ability to boost defensive EPA versus such QBs by around +30% could be the difference maker in tight games. This trade isn't just about adding a player, it's about signaling a shift in the 49ers' dynasty ambitions. It's a move that says, we're all in, and we're serious about competing for a Super Bowl now. For the Raiders, it's a different story. They're rebuilding, tanking, and looking ahead. But for the 49ers, this is a masterstroke, an elite move that builds on their already formidable defense and makes them even more dangerous. Imagine the scenario: Bosa's absence has been a blow, but Crosby's arrival could fill that void and then some. It's like bringing in a king to lead your defense, a player who's in his prime and hungry to make a big impact. So for the fans of the 49ers, this news is electrifying. It's a move that could define this season, and maybe even the next decade of San Francisco football. It's about winning now, about maximizing their Super Bowl window, and about cementing their status as NFC contenders. And for the NFL fans in general, this trade adds another layer of excitement and intrigue. The NFC West just got a whole lot more interesting, and the 49ers are now even more formidable with Crosby in their arsenal. Their defense, already ranked top 10, could soon be elite, and that's bad news for the rest of the league. And now, San Francisco 49ers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this blockbuster move? Do you believe Crosby will be the missing piece to finally get that Super Bowl ring? Or are you worried about how this affects the team's cap space and future draft strategies? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the San Francisco 49ers. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates. So stay tuned for all the latest San Francisco 49ers news, rumors, and analysis. This season is shaping up to be unforgettable, and with moves like this, the 49ers are proving they're here to compete at the highest level. Buckle up, fans, this is going to be one wild ride.